here for V3 Faction War. This is Typhon Arena and Ordo Malleus versus Orks. For the blue Ordo Malleus team, we've got three brother captains, of course. First up is Rostam 313. We have Morgan, MLG Man, and Don Freeman. These guys are melee commanders that walk through objects and cannot be suppressed. Some powerful offense and support. Bit of disruption too. For the red Orky team then, YZ as a Warboss, a melee commander that can walk through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. Looks like he's at the top of the map. Alongside, Matouzka is a mech boy teleporting commander that fights range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support with structures, repair, disrupt and all that kind of thing. And rounding off the teams here, it's GrimReaper as a commander knob, infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins range combat with a twin link shooter. He's found some stormtroopers ripe for shooting. There he goes. Double shooters for all the Orc players. Yup. What do we have in terms of the Ordo Malleus? We have some strike squad into stormtroopers for Morgan and Freeman, and just some strike squad for Rostam at the top here. He's going to run into the Warboss right now. Lots of changes for the strike squad, of course, and more coming for 2.7, which should be relatively soon, within a couple of weeks, we would think. Trying to force melee combat here. Stop those shooter boys doing their Dakar, but they've run into some sluggers and trying to run through them, which wasn't great. Nice special attack there though by the brother captain. Where's the other brother captain at? He's down here, chopping up some other sluggers who are now chasing some stormtroopers. Those guys need to be very careful. Special attack could have been doom if the sluggers could have pushed on, but it was a good call to retreat there from GrimReaper. Now we get some more Dakar. Trying to split and keep that brother captain chasing. Done well. Now 3 shooter boys, in fact 4 shooter boys can shoot this guy and they get him off the field. Can they push the power though? There's only a node there. I still think it's worth bashing. Cap these 2 things and the rest can go on to this power. Looks like the mech boy is venturing mid. He can teleport across that gap, but until he gets his mega rumbler thing, he's not exactly the most effective power basher. I guess he could do some bashing with his beamy death gun. Warboss is off the field. Now the Ordo Malleus can push across the top and start grabbing stuff. There's a war banner, which would be a prime target for shooting. Storm boys on the way for YZ. That could be very nasty. Brother captain can't get his halberd or his hammer until tier 2. You have any war gear, Mr. Mech? You're getting your big shooter. That should peel off those stormtrooper models pretty quickly. Getting flanked here though. Oh, but here's some infiltrated sluggers, infiltrated by the commander knob with hide the boys, and they are in amongst those strike squad. Strike squad no longer have a special attack unless they have their Nemesis focus upgrade or whatever the hell it's called now. Unfortunately, the tooltips for Ordo Malleus are bugged and or wrong in 2.6.1, so I often forget exactly what's changed there. Hopefully that'll be fixed in 2.7. We've got a purgation squad for Freeman with those incinerators. Nice stun bomb. Needs to be targeting the shooter boys, you would think. They got suppressed though with aiming. What's that? For the captain, what does he target here? The commando or the shooter boys? I think he should target the shooter boys, tie them up. These guys have big shooters. That's a fair amount of range DPS though for this little Ordo Malleus army. They need to be careful, those shooter boys. Focused on bashing power right now. You can see those purgation. They don't bash very effectively these days with their incinerators. It was nerfed quite a lot. Brother captain might go down and retreat from the Dakar. He does go down. Might be tough to revive him from there, but they did get a full power bash, so I think that's worth it. A full power bash for a 250 revive. That's alright. Warboss is bottom right now. Gets into trouble. Storm boys jumping in. Very staggered jump. They were knocked over by grenades, I think. You guys have grenades as well? Yes, you do. Grenade launchers, that is. Not quite as crazy as they were. We have a bug tooltip for these. Yay. Another stun bomb, but misses everything. He's keeping the pressure up here. This is kind of ballsy. You might want to back away. He's bashed and decapped this power, but still feels he has a good presence here to stay in play. Here comes some sluggers though with burners. Gives them a couple of power weapons. Bad news for those strike squad, but they are losing quite a lot of health as they try to get in here. Now they're on the strike squad. How long do they stay in this combat here? Take down one, might wipe the squad. Down goes another. Stormboy's jumping slightly too late arriving, I think. Wow. A few more seconds earlier, and that is a dead strike squad if they jumped in. That's very close. 40 hit points. A couple of good hits on retreat would have killed him. Now the brother captain fighting some Stormboys. We're going to see, surely, the hammer and or the halberd from the brother captains at some point to combat these Stormboys and stuff. Some looters on the field from Matouzka. Looks like the Orc is trying to push that central power now. The Ordo Malleus team, though, have a power built up at the top. So they have their power spread, and quite a lot of it. Warboss have any war gear? He must do. Yes, he's got his angry bits. There's that stomp. Nicely hit. Might be able to finish off the strike squad. And he does finish them off. Sink kill from the Stormboy. Some nice acrobatics with his power melee. Oh, there's the Nemesis Vortex. This thing is overpowered right now. Did he just destroy the generator? Yeah, it's bugged at the moment. It does more damage than was intended. I think it does 50 or 60 damage. It's only meant to do 30 since it went back to tier 1, or down to tier 1 I should say. It used to be in tier 2, but that should be fixed in 2.7 also. Lots of Daka and Death Guns setting up. Can it suppress those guys before they get out there? It can. You have any support stuff, Mr. Mech? No, you're level 3 though. You've killed a lot of Stormtroopers, I guess. There's that Nemesis Vortex from... who is this? Freeman. Boom. What is the deal with this thing now? You can no longer move it, is that it? But it explodes much quicker. And good knockback and good damage. Too good damage these days in 2.6.1. Look at this though. Sluggers decapping blue team's natural power over there. And Stormboys again having some joy. That was a very strange jump. You need to run away, Mr. Stormboys. There we go. Once they get tier 2, of course, they become exponentially more dangerous with their Nob leader. YZ is struggling to contain Rostam's army, but should be able to repel this attack, I think. Stormboy's in amongst Purgation here. Brother Captain has the Mantle of Terror, which does not unlock Canticle of Absolution. It's lying to you. Ouch. Stormtroopers might go down. They have their Sergeant and grenade launchers. Doesn't want to lose them. Well, they had their Sergeant. Now he's down. They're alive. I think they had their Sergeant. I guess he's not a die last. Stun bomb. Is that going to hit? Oh, it hits one of them, which slows down the rest. And here comes some sluggers. But that is a Nemesis Vortex right in their face. Wow. That was crazy damage. You can tell why it's overpowered. I'm not sure if they should be using it here, because it is crazy right now. 416 to 392. Terminator Librarian on the field for Morgan. Support Subcommando with some Terminator armor of his own, so he can't be suppressed. Has a nice smite, and Sanctuary is pretty awesome too. There's that smite. Death Gun Loot is trying to set up, but they need to target that brother captain, or he's going to get in like that and force them off. They are overextending a bit slightly here, the Orks, without proper support. Kind of going in dribs and drabs. Stormboys with their Nob leader, he looks mad. Can they bash the power again? Ordo Malleus looking pretty strong as we start looking at tier 2 units hitting the field. Here's a Rhino for Morgan. But Stormboys on rear armor is not a good idea. There's a heavy melee headbutt right there. 416 to 366. Looks like it'll be okay. Unless they can jump well. Oh. Stunning the Stormtroopers. Were trying to get into the Rhino, I think. Took a lot of damage from these Storm Boys. They're trying to chase it down too. Rhino turned around strangely. They might have been able to finish it off if he kept attacking it. There was Strike Squad inside, but Storm Boys, I guess he played it safe, which was good, and got out of there. I just saw a Nemesis Vortex finishing. Here's a Weird Boy though. Bang. Such an awesome basic attack on that guy. Orks aren't done yet. Matouzka has some tank busters to combat that Rhino. Meanwhile, top, we have Purifiers on the field for Rostam, getting a Justicar immediately. Awesome melee squad. What do you have, Mr. Brother Captain? Nemesis Demon Hammer. Really bad news for the Storm Boys. I guess he needs to try and bait him to use it, maybe with the Sluggers, to use that Demolishing Strike, or at least keep them separated so he can't hit both of them with it. Much easier said than done, of course. There's a Zap landing on the Brother Captain. It might jump to Destroy Squad, and it does. What do you have, fellas? Nothing. Don't have their Cybolt and ammunition or anything. Grenade Barrage. There we go. Their Justicar doesn't have plasma damage anymore, I don't think, the Strat Squad. Haven't seen a lot of push against this VP from Rostam. Looks like he's focused on the middle right now. There are those Purifiers. Longest charge range in the game, some power melee with a heavy melee Justicar Demon Hammer. Gonna run into some Sluggers, I think. Sluggers don't want that fight, especially backed up by double Stormtroopers. Meanwhile, bottom still kicking off. There's that Warp Vomit. Brother Captain's in trouble. Storm Boy's on him. But he survives. Storm Boy's using a jump now. And then got hit by a friendly stun bomb. But Orks pushing through bottom. Can decap that now. Bash power. Looks like Morgan lost a lot, actually. Freeman, though, is tier 3 and is getting Grey Knight Terminators, which is really bad news for the Storm Boys. Those guys have power melee splash damage. But we're going to get a decap at the top, I think. Where is YZ stuff? Has he gone mid? He has gone mid. He's going to bash power here. Power Claw is up for the Warboss. 95 DPS heavy melee. No armor for that guy yet, though. Looks like we're going to get a full bash here. Don't think the Brother Captain's going to be able to stop it, but there is that Nemesis Vortex. You're going to see how much damage it does. You got to spot it, Ollie. Oh, you can move it. You still can move it. Just doesn't last nearly as long. Does it still slow down? I don't think it does. It didn't seem like they were slowed down there. Storm Boys jump into rear armor. Just need a little bit more AV to deal with it, I think, because if he's paying attention, the Warboss should not be able to get close. Looks like it's going to be okay. Now they can go up to the VP. That node needs repairs badly. Meanwhile, bottom, another Nemesis Vortex going off. Tank Buster Barrage just knocking down some Stormtroopers. Orks being very aggressive with the bottom. Are they on this power? They are on it. But here are these Grey Knight Terminators. They have an Incinerator. Weird Boy's there though, and he can shut them down with the Warp Vomit, of course. Morgan is now in tier 3. Matouzka goes tier 3. There's that Zap. Won't do a lot to the Terminators. Shooter Boys need to be careful. Don't stand there, fellas. Matouzka, he needs to run away. There we go. Orks trying to defend their VP at the top. Here's the Warboss. And he's super angry right now, level 3. Where's the rest of his stuff? Where are his Storm Boys? Here they come. Storm Boys are they still level 1? What about GrimReapers? They're level 2 at least. Warboss just can't catch this Rhino. Boom, he does get a shot on the rear armor too. One more hit, this thing's going down, but I don't think he's going to catch it. Got the heavy bolter on top. Tank Busters now to finish it off. Yes, they do. One volley does it on rear armor. Crashed into the Brother Captain, but he doesn't seem too bothered. Incinerator from the Grey Knight Terminators. Power bashing pretty well. Do have a couple of sources of stun, and of course stuns are the Terminator's worst nightmare. Ouch. Just exploded some Shooter Boys with double Nemesis Vortex. That thing is crazily overperforming. Flash kits on the way for Matouzka can get their blasters and do some real damage. Tier 3 now for Rostam. YZ and GrimReaper though still in Tier 2, which could be really bad news. Because they don't have a huge amount to fight the Terminators with. You don't really want to go toe to toe with Storm Boys. Sluggers are going to wipe here, I think. That's a demolishing strike. Oh, Terminators are stunned. That might save those Sluggers, and it does save them. Weird Boy. Was he pulled in by... Yes, he was. Psychic Lash pulled him in there. And goes down. Very, very good engager for Ordo Malleus. Storm Boys survive. That's the Weird Boy exploding. Oh, it actually hit something. Very, very rare that you see it actually hit something when it explodes. Morgan with some Grenade Terminators of his own. Here they are. YZ and GrimReaper do go Tier 3, but GrimReaper lost some stuff bottom. And now they have Terminators to deal with, and some beefed up brother captains too. They need knobs and flash kits. And some tanks would be good. Tier 3 stuff, basically. Oh, special shooter for the Kommando. He's only level 2. Doesn't have any other war gear either. What's going on top? Orks do have their VP back, and this is decapped here. Rostam's going for a power bash mid though. 1-to-1 cap. Big VP lead for the Ordo Malleus team. Killed a lot of stuff and their gens, says YZ. There are those flash kits with the blasters. But I need more than one squad, I think. Doing good chunks of damage to those Terminators. Unfortunately, for the flash kits, they are very spread out there, so they're only hitting one model at a time. Sluggers being brave and going in. The Warboss is also there. Storm Boys joining the fight. Can they deal with the Terminators here and now? Chasing them down. And they are able to teleport away over the gap. Still some Grenade Terminators here to fight, but these guys are pretty full on health. 416 to 174. Brother Captain lives. Warboss is still pissed off. Almost level 4. What's this? Stormtroopers capping? Or Sluggers capping, of course. Wrong team. Strat squad here are going to eat some Daka to the face and a blaster shot. Mech Boy leveled up there. Level 7. Wow. Uh-oh. Orbital. Catching stuff on retreat. That's bad. Really bad. How much stuff is actually going to die? Matouzka not happy with that. Ouch. Flash gets live though, that's the main thing. He's got a lot of red. In fact, I think, can all 3 Orc players drop their nuke? Yes, they can. That could be massive. And YZ doing a good job keeping pressure up at the top and caps the VP. Need to rebuild their power though. I need to keep it safe. Terminator's under the cosh here. Storm Boys on them with power melee and lots of Daka. And some more Storm Boys joining the fight. Looks like they don't have their teleport available. There is the Holocaust though to disable these Storm Boys. And a revive here for Rostam. Levels him up to 4. 396 to 174. Double cap for the Orks. Have the Ordo Malleus team run out of steam here? Maybe not. Because Freeman just got a Land Raider on the field. Dreadnought on the way for Morgan. Probably going to be the plasma cannon, I would think. Grenade Terminator's got pretty low. But seems like they'll be safe. You have high damage resistance against the Orc shooters there. Have that passive short range teleport these days, of course. What is this? Sluggers? Yep, Sluggers have found. They don't want to fight those guys though. Just took one out with a Stormbolter shot. Triple cap for the Orcs momentarily there. They need to try and keep this pressure up though. Nukes are going to be important too. Looted tank is on the field for Matouzka. GrimReaper's looking very low, doesn't have much resources either. And there's that Land Raider. And that is a massive deal. In-field support for the Terminators is bad news for Orks, who have a beamy looter. Have they seen the Land Raider? Might have seen it. Oh, there's the whatever it's called, Mordaka Global on those flash kits. Wow, look at the damage now on these Terminators. They are stunned as well. Can they finish them off? There's another orbital. Terminators get away. No, they don't get away. Beamy looters finishing them off. There is the orbital. Nice shot on the tank. The tank needs to get out of there before the blast goes off, because that thing does a lot of damage, and it does get away. Here is the Grey Knight Dreadnought. Does have the plasma cannon. Trying to get shots on. Land Raider took some damage there, but it should be safe for now. And Ordo Malleus can try and consolidate at the bottom. They don't have a lot of stuff though, but what they do have is powerful, obviously. It was Freeman who lost his Terminators, I think. Also have some for Rostam. And he's got the Terminator Librarian. Not sure what happened to the other one that Morgan had. I guess some Dakar was involved. Looted tank going top for YZ. Good choice. Do these guys have side cannons though? No, they have silencers these days, of course. And they have an ability that allows the silencers to damage vehicles for a while. 275 to 165. Kicking off at the top. Stormboy's jumping out of trouble. Purifiers and Terminators. Looted tank getting way too close. There's that psychic field thing. Purifiers are forced to retreat. They didn't drop a model though. Double looted tanks up here. Matouzka's is also up. Is it time for the Orks to push the naturals now? Might be a shrewd move if they do. Looks like Matouzka is coming up here with everything, so that might be exactly what they're doing. Terminator's having to teleport out. Dropped a model though. Can they chase here with the tanks? They might be able to chase. That's a long way to run back for the Terminators. Stormboys. Ah, Stormboys don't engage. Did not spot them, I think. Gonna jump and get a stun. There we go. Flashkit trying to move up. Looted tank gave up the chase there. This could be a big mistake if they don't kill these Terminators. They had the opportunity to do so. Looks like they are going to get them though. We have a rocket launcher Kommando on retreat path. And down they go. Warboss now trying to tie up that Dreadnought so he can't fire that very dangerous plasma cannon. There's Holocaust though. Oh, lifted the Warboss as well. That might save the Dreadnought there. We've got some interceptors on the way for Rostam. Looted tank trying to keep the pressure up on that Dreadnought. Warboss should be going after him, I think, but he's fixated on that brother captain. Might be able to finish him off too. Maybe. One more shot will do it. There we go. Got a sink kill. Throws him aside. Because he is the biggest. Looted tank's doing well for the Orcs so far. There's that Sanctuary. Now here are those interceptors teleporting in around with side cannons, of course, these days. Big engagement here. Orcs pushing through in a massive wave. Also have some interceptors from Morgan. I believe those were Morgans, were they? Yep. 249 to 129. Orcs have certainly kept up. Land Raiders still bottom, I suppose. You have the Kommando squad for GrimReaper. Where is that Land Raider? Is this it? Yeah, there it is. Bashing power with it. What are you suppressed by, Mr. Warboss? Was it the base turrets? I guess so. These guys also have a psych out grenade, which I think suppresses these days still. Hard to keep track of all the Grey Knight changes. Interceptors there in their melee form, tying up flash kits. Good usage of them, but they're taking a lot of damage here. It's a lot of Dakar. Hell of a lot. 249 to 110. 1-to-1 cap. Interceptors, wow, dropping 2 models on retreat from a blaster shot there. Back foot. Really on the back foot, the Ordo Malleus team. Land Raider took a lot of damage, but now it's back to relative safety, and some repairs. Going to take a hell of a long time to repair it though. That's the brother captain down. He should be get revived from there though pretty easily. Nob squad on the way for Matouzka. That's going to help them push against the Land Raider. I don't think it... Does it still have frag assault? I think it might do. It still has the little tubes up there for the grenades. Mate boy getting his Dakar on against Purgation. Took a model off. He's level 9. How the heck did this guy get level 9? Super tough beam on the way. That's to support his Nob squad. Who are where right now? Coming out of base. No upgrades for these guys yet though. Lots and lots of red though for Matouzka. Have I missed some rocks? Is that what happened? Looks like there was a rocks here maybe. I guess that's how the Land Raider lost so much health. Sanctuary to support those purifiers, and Mechboy doesn't want to fight him, so he's just backing away here. 236 to 110. Dreadnought might be in trouble. Nob squad are on it. Does not have melee resistance if it's got that plasma cannon. Massive engagement here. The tank's pretty low. Got some really good fire support, and down goes the Dreadnought. What is this being called in? Paladins, I suppose. Yes, it is Paladins. From who? These are Morgan's Paladins. With Terminators alongside them, and pushing back are the Ordo Malleus there. Good usage of the Storm Boys. Want to get on those range squads. Terminators are right there though. Are they going to get away? They have a lot of stuff to retreat through. Mega Rumbler. Really good tool to use against Terminators with all those stuns. 236 to 83. 2-to-1 cap for Ordo Malleus. It is frantic stuff. I guess they're going after the naturals here, the Orks. Lots of damage on those Paladins. Nob squad will tear through them, especially if they have their upgrades. Getting their Nob leader hit. They're going to keep chasing, and there's that super tough beam. What is it? Like suppression immunity and like 75% resistance to damage and some other crazy things. But now it's worn off, and that's lots of shootiness going on. Did not manage to finish them, but got them very, very low. Lucky to still have 2 models there, I think. 236 to 67. Is this a Kommando? It is a Kommando. I don't think you can solo the Land Raider, mate. 2-to-1 now for the Orks. Doubled interceptors for Rostam. Warboss has done well as the game has gone on. He's level 6 now with heavy armor. Up well over 2,000 hit points. Massive amount of action in the center here. As both teams try to get to the top, I guess. Sanctuary is a pretty good tool to use against a Nob squad. Down goes that brother captain though. And a Nob squad on the way now for YZ. He's looking pretty thin otherwise. 1-to-1 cap here. Rocks. I guess that was from Matouzka. Largely avoided. It did hit these Purgation pretty badly, but they were right. They're level 4. Rostam's going to try and get another revive. It would hit level 8 if he does, and he's got Holy Armor of Titan on the way. There he is, level 8. Very tanky now with the Unending Purge once that armor finishes. 214, 67. Unending Purge now gives you energy regen as well, right? Yeah. And health regen. I think it gives you a flat 100 health and some energy regen or something, because that tooltip's wrong. Ongoing engagement in the middle just will not stop. The tank getting a bit close. This is a lot of Orc stuff. Don't think the Ordo Malleus are going to be able to hold against this. Paladins trying to move in. Brother Captain goes down. That's a bad engagement for the Paladins. What are they doing? I guess they have their teleport. Yeah, there it is. Orcs now streaming forward, but they need to get VPs, not the middle. And look at this. Interceptor trying to cap. Kommando not able to really hit them with his rocket launcher effectively. That one hit. Double cap for Ordo Malleus. This could be it. Orks got drawn into that central battle and did not get the VPs they needed. There's an orbital again. Nob squad rebuffed by a whole bunch of Grey Knight stuff. And it's a double cap still. And it's going to be a triple, and there's a GG. Frantic engagements, but Ordo Malleus get the win. GG indeed. Just look at these heroes end of the game. Level 8 Brother Captain for Rostam. Level 6 for Morgan. Looks like he had Mantle of Terror and the Psychic Lash. Level 9 for Freeman. Mantle of Terror and the Demon Hammer. Warboss level 7. 2, 3, 4, 6 hit points. That level 9 mech boy. I didn't get level 10. It's so close. And level 4 Kommando. Just lost sight of the VPs towards the end of the game there, the Orks. But they love fighting. There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.